Now, it's a common belief that heavyweights build strength while lightweights build endurance. However, it's not that simple. As a personal trainer, I hear this debate all the time. Some people live their lives and swear by lifting heavy and chasing PRs every session, while others claim that you can get just as jacked by lifting lighter weights with higher reps. But here's the truth. Both methods can actually build muscle, but only if you know how to use them correctly. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the science between heavy and light weights. And by the end of this video, you should be able to determine which approach is the best fit for you. Whether your goal is to pack on size, get stronger, or just look overall better. Be sure to tune in to the end of this video so you know exactly how to train smarter instead of harder. Let's get into it. Now, to get started, we need to talk about the two main drivers of hypertrophy. And if you're not familiar with what hypertrophy is, it's simply just increasing the size of your muscles. And the two main drivers of this are going to be mechanical tension and metabolic stress. Now, mechanical tension comes from lifting heavy weights that put a significant load on your muscles. It is known as the stretch and force your muscles experience under tension. This is why heavy lifting is typically done anywhere between 1 to 8 reps. Now, this approach is great for stimulating muscle fibers, especially fast twitch muscle fibers, which are responsible for size and strength. And moving on into metabolic stress, this is going to come from higher reps. Typically, the range of 12 to 20 reps is going to give you more of a pump feeling on your muscles, trapping any blood and metabolites like lactate in the muscle. Now, this type of stress is going to trigger something known as anabolic signaling, which can also lead to muscle growth, even if the load is lighter. But when it comes to building muscle, the key question is, which of these methods is actually better? And to answer that, we need to look at how each individual rep range affects our muscles and what they actually do for hypertrophy. Now, I need you to understand that not all reps are created equal. Different rep ranges serve different purposes when it comes to strength, endurance, and muscle growth. Now, let's break it down. Now, if we're talking low reps, anywhere between 1 to 5 reps. Now, this is the best range to stay in if you want to focus on max strength and neuro adaptations. This range is going to heavily recruit fast twitch muscle fibers, but the volume itself is going to be too low for optimum hypertrophy. Simply put, you may get stronger, but your muscles themselves aren't going to get that much bigger. Now, moving on to moderate reps, these are going to be anywhere between 6 to 12 reps. Now, if your goal is hypertrophy, you want to increase the size of your muscles, this is the sweet spot. Now, this rep range is going to balance both mechanical tension and metabolic stress, making this the most effective range for muscle growth. Now, this is a rep range most bodybuilders and athletes stay in because it allows for you to progressively overload and still get enough volume for the muscle. Now, moving into higher reps, that's going to range anywhere between 12 to 20 plus reps. This is where you get the people that do as many reps as possible, things like that. This range builds both muscular endurance and metabolic stress. While this type of training can still lead to hypertrophy, especially when training close to failure, the lighter load needed is going to mean less mechanical tension, which might limit the amount of maximal growth. Now that we've covered the science behind mechanical tension, metabolic stress, and rep ranges, now it's time to talk about which approach is best for your goals. Now, if your goal is pure strength and you're just looking to get stronger, you want to focus on low rep ranges with heavy weights. This approach is going to focus on maximum load and those fast twitch muscle fibers and neuro adaptations. Learning how to lift heavy is going to build the strength foundation that you need for compound movements and performance-based goals. Now, if your goal is to put on size, you're focusing on hypertrophy, meaning you want to stay in that moderate rep range of 6 to 12 reps. Again, this is going to be the sweet spot for both mechanical tension and metabolic stress. The 6 to 12 rep range is going to allow for these two elements to come together for maximum hypertrophy to happen. Moderate weights are going to push you near failure while still leaving a little bit in the tank are going to be optimal for maximum muscle growth. And it's worth noting that you can still incorporate low volume strength training in this, but the bulk of your volume should be in that 6 to 12 rep range. Now, the third option, if your goal is to just lean out, lose fat like mine was, be glad to know that you don't always have to do crazy high reps to achieve this goal. In fact, I managed to lean out with complete low volume training. I mainly focus on lifting heavy while progressively overloading week by week. I personally found that lifting heavy with low volume is going to help preserve muscle mass, increase metabolism, and burn fat over time. The cool thing is, even without the high rep count, you're still increasing muscle mass, which is going to boost your overall calorie burn at rest. Now, lifting heavy combined with a solid nutrition plan is what's going to help you lean out while still maintaining strength. And the best part is you never have to pile on a ton of reps, stay in the gym for hours just to complete a single workout. You can get in, get out. That's my preferred approach. Key takeaway is that training for muscle growth doesn't have to be one or the other. It's about mixing different rep ranges to hit different aspects of muscle development. If you're just getting started and you want more efficient progress, prioritize a 6 to 12 rep range for muscle size. And later you can add in heavy lifting for strength or higher rep ranges for metabolic benefits. At the end of the day, the best approach is what best aligns with your goals. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you never miss another video. And while you're at it, be sure to leave in the comment section which rep ranges you prefer, or if any of this advice given in this video has already worked for you. I'll catch you in the next one.